With your giraffe arms.
I did it.
Giraffes aren't renowned for the length of their arms, which they should be because they also have long arms. But it's just been eclipsed by their neck.
Yeah.
Anyway, reach it with your giraffe arms. Giraffe neck.
Guys,
it's
not
Ashley's
going great so
coming
far.
in with a gratitude.
That's right.
Beatitudes and gratitudes. The Ashley Engle. Sponsor us, Waterloo.
Yeah.
They got them at Costco. Here's berry. What is it? Let me get it out of my koozie. Summer berry. Some aren't. Hate that you like that so much. Hate myself for saying it. Hey, guys. Sponsor us, Waterloo. I think you should appreciate that I got that Belge out.
Before. Yeah.
Because it's going to be edited out.
I appreciate it.
The folks aren't going to have to listen to these Belgian waffles.
Good.
You know? Mm-hmm. Like, oh, I wish I had one. I'd uncork it on these fools. Hey, guys, welcome to Cold Hands, Warm Hearts. I'm Brandon Birdwell. I'm one half of the Cold Hands, Warm Hearts podcasting. That's where it should go.
Hi, guys. I'm Ashley Engle.
And I'm trying to fix it.
And I'm trying to keep us moving. I'm the other half. Welcome to episode 89.
89.
I have to say that
You don't have to, but
Brandon
you're going to.
is in an exceptional mood today. A lot of times I come in and I feel like he would rather be anywhere but doing this with me, but not today. Your disposition is sunny.
I'm just an exceptional actor today.
I think it's because you just took a long walk.
I did. It was wonderful. I actually had a moment on the long walk where I like just had one of those moments where I was like, this is really very nice.
Oh,
This
that's
is
always
nice.
a good moment.
Yeah.
Where you're like, the life is good
Few
moment.
and far between
The life is good moment. You know, those moments.
Which is why we all buy those garments,
Yeah.
the apparel at the airport that said life is good.
Life is good. And it has the little stick man camping.
Life's good. Record with your sister. It's fine.
What you been up to?
Walking.
Yeah. I have to say, too, coming into your neighborhood today, so many people out.
A lot of walkers.
And there was a guy pushing a child on a swing, and he looked just like you. And I thought,
Sounds
number
handsome.
one, what
He
is
sounds
Brandon
handsome,
doing?
Fit, strong. I just go push random kids in swings.
Well, that's what I thought. I was like, why is Brandon pushing a random child on the swing? And two, has he forgotten about this?
And I just scream, pump your legs, Mason.
Pump your legs.
Pump your legs, Mason. You're never going to become a playground legend by going over the bar this way. And then you do the thing. Oh my gosh, did you ever have friends do this thing?
What?
Welcome to week 2 of Swing Set Chatter.
Tales from the playground corner.
Worst podcast.
People like it.
People tolerate it. Listen.
Everyone has good playground stories.
Yep.
Because it's a shared experience.
That one time, Sewer Dwayne came over and tried to sell us all crushed up Ambien.
What playground were you on?
This
One
was
without monitors.
No, this was earlier today in my neighborhood at the playground.
And I was Dwayne.
He beeped me. So I beeped Sewer Dwayne, and it's me. I wish I could take credit
Anyway,
for the
guys.
nickname Sewer Dwayne. It's from a TV show, but it makes me laugh.
It's pretty good.
Sewer Dwayne.
Conjures up a lot.
Oh my gosh, it's like Sewage Joe on Parks and Rec.
Totally.
That one friend who they push you, and then when you get just high enough on your backswing, they go under you and grab your ankles and yank them straight to earth.
Oh, that's awful.
That's how you get close to going over and into the next dimension and
That'll
becoming.
break some bones.
Do you remember the animated short Inside Out Boy? It was the boy who swung over the bar and his body, his whole body turned inside out.
Yeah. And in fact, I thought about that when I was listening to the last episode about that story.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, because you walk around the world with a skin so clear and thin that you're like a spring roll.
Uh-huh.
You're like a human spring
My
roll.
skin is my wrapper.
And you're
my rice paper.
And your cabbage innards are just trying to get out.
Yep. That's what they say.
And mingle with the wasabi peas.
That's it.
Guys.
What?
But it was like Inside Out Boy was like a small short within the context of another show, I think.
Yes.
And
If
I don't
anybody
remember.
knows what that is,
Producer, do a job.
get on it, man.
Google Inside Out Boy.
So We have been, the sickness persists, guys. I'm beginning to sound like a broken record, but there has been someone sick in my home for the last month.
Oh my gosh, yes. Inside Out Boy, Nickelodeon, 1989.
Okay.
Inside Out Boy, thank you, producer, was a character that appeared in 5 shorts between commercials on Nickelodeon that originally aired from 89 to 93. These shorts later re-aired on Noggin in 1999.
Noggin.
So there you go. So he wasn't within the context of another show, which is like how like The Simpsons started on the Tracy whatever show.
Okay.
Whatever. But they were just like little thingies on commercials.
Yeah.
Nickelodeon back in the day was so
That
punk
was the
rock.
sweet spot for us.
Punk
89
rock.
to 93.
Ren and Stimpy.
Oh.
All Real Monsters. Doug.
Rugrats.
Hey Arnold.
I
Cat
introduced,
Dog. Rocco's Modern Life.
still going, guys.
Ooh, Baby Double Dare, Family Double Dare, Super Double Dare, Guts, Global Guts, Legends of the Hidden Temple.
Holy smokes, you did not take a breath in there.
Wild and Crazy Kids. You can't do that on television. Wow. Let's figure it out.
Still going,
what was the
guys.
one that Mark Summers did where you got pied in the face? Gosh, do you remember the show, The
Brandon
Adventures?
watched a lot of television
Brandon-
as a child, guys. Crindy is cringing right now.
Cringy Birdwell.
Cringy.
That's what it is. I've turned her into that.
Sorry, Mom.
Danny Tamborelli played the younger brother on The Adventures of Pete and Pete. Do you remember The Adventures of Pete and Pete?
I do.
Unbelievable show. Theme song written by Deep Blue Something of Breakfast at Tiffany's fame. Yeah. It's a little thing. That's how it sounds. Wow. Anyway,
Look at you, a font of knowledge.
look at you, a popular boy.
Mm-hmm.
Look at you, just moved to town in the summer and had no friends.
That's what happened, guys. We've mentioned that before. When we moved, I was going into 5th grade. Brandon was going into 2nd.
Just eating cornettos, just drumsticks and crunchy
Guys,
Cheetos.
We moved in the summer before school started, but at the beginning of the summer, we knew no one. And it was me and B and Nickelodeon. That's what it was.
Me and B and
that's the story of
Nickelodeon
my
makes
show.
3.
It was. We just holed up in that study room with the green carpet and just shut the door. Wood paneling and green carpet.
And anytime Mom would knock on the door to try to say anything, I'd go, Mom,
we didn't have any furniture.
we're trying to
in there.
research for a podcast we're going to do in 2024 about Nickelodeon.
When we're in our 40s, but we didn't have any furniture in that room.
No.
And we would just sit on the ground and eat snacks.
Like feral children of television.
That's what we did.
Guys, listen, our parents did a good job.
They did a great job, obviously.
But there was a summer where I'm pretty sure they just left.
I don't recall
They
seeing
spent
them.
the summer in Mykonos,
I don't recall seeing them.
boogieing down.
They rented a house for us in Stillwater,
They did.
Oklahoma, and just shut the door.
It was where Airbnb started, and it was just shh, go, just do it. Load the freezer up with Hot Pockets,
some popsicles.
Capri Suns.
Yes,
Dude, they can make orange juice from concentrate.
Gardettos and
Don't
fruit
eat.
snacks.
Don't do it. Don't start talking Gardettos because I'm in recovery. Listen, guys, if I relapse on a Detto,
Yeah, it's over.
it's dump truck city over here.
If I relapse
No
on a
porta potty.
Detto.
No porta potty is safe when Brandon gets his hands on the Rye Crisps, guys.
Guys.
You know they make a whole bag just of Rye Crisps, Solamente Rye Crisps, and you know what I think? As the biggest Rye Crisp fan maybe ever, it's too much.
Here's what you do though: you get a bag of regular and a bag of Rye Crips,
Go ahead.
and then you mix them, and
This is
then
gang
it's-
related.
and then the ratio is good.
No, what I do is I like to buy every single individual component in a separate bag of Gardettos and combine it in a bowl.
Super Bowl.
These are my own Gardettos. The thing is, they're artisanal because they're made by hand. Anyway, guys, once I eat a Gardetto, I can't stop. So don't send them to me. Wink, wink.
Sponsor us, Gardettos. Okay. Anyway, back to what I was saying.
You can't imagine. I would be lost. Have you seen the Steve-O documentary?
Still talking.
Where he gets addicted to nitrous oxide and he's just completely off the rails.
No.
That's what will happen to me if we get sponsored by Gardettos.
Okay.
I won't get addicted to nitrous oxide.
Okay.
It'll just be.
Thank God. Okay.
Okay, anyways.
So, guys, we've had a lot of sickness, and you have too. Like your family's cycled through a few.
Not me.
Okay,
because
don't
I'm in
say
peak.
it
No, I'm
aloud.
not worried about it. I don't believe in sickness because I'm in peak physical health. Because I haven't touched a dead. Listen. I'm off the Dettos for 18 months.
Okay, and that's that. Your immunity is
through the roof.
Yeah. So anyway, the same has been true for me, but I'm not going to say it out loud because I do believe in sickness. My family, someone has been sick in my family for a month. Both of my boys have missed a full week of school.
Mm-hmm.
Hope is well on her way. Started as a virus that we all passed from one to the next to the next. Then it's flu B. Now it's flu B. Jeff has been afflicted.
Flu B.
Everybody.
Listen, here's the thing.
It's a whole thing.
Jeff is a very powerful.
Jeff is a powerful sick person,
and he's
it's
only getting more powerful.
Yes, he is.
And and the thing about
that's the thing that Asher used to say when he was little, guys.
I'm powerful, and I'm only getting more.
I'm very powerful.
Yeah.
And I'm getting more powerful. That's what he used to say.
First off, the ego on that kid.
So awesome.
Secondly,
He's got
it turned out to be true.
It turned out to be true.
I'm scared of what's going to happen when little Thanos gets all of his Infinity Stones.
I'm just saying.
Because he's surly as it is.
He's
only getting more surly. Listen, Jeff's powerful, but I feel like it's like when you catch Superman when there's kryptonite around. And excessive travel, exposing him to all those germs and just lack of sleep. Mm-hmm. Poor guy.
But even then,
would kill a lesser human.
I know. Well, and it does, because most of the time Jeff and I will get the same virus. Mm-hmm. It'll take me down.
Yeah.
For like 2 weeks. Jeff's up and about in 2 days. Well, it's infuriating.
He's only getting more powerful.
He's only getting more powerful. So that's a thing that's happening. But it's everywhere. There were 10 children missing from Hope's 4th grade class for most of last week.
God, teachers are loving
10.
it.
No, they're not, because they're having to do extra work, getting kids caught up when they come back.
7 out of 10. Excellent work. That's how you handle a kid who's been out of school. No, good job. Excellent. 7 out of 10.
You're excused from this project.
7 out of 10. Anyway, everybody shut up. We're going to watch Planet Earth.
You'd be a great 4th grade teacher.
Listen.
The kids would love you.
Listen. Ms. Becky got into the peppermint schnapps last night. Miss Becky found out her ex-boyfriend, who said he didn't want kids, is having his first one.
Oh, no. She's having a tough day.
And she got into the peppermint schnapps. So in creaks the TV.
Now it's the smart board.
It's the smart board.
Kids don't know what's coming.
And she just swipes.
Yep.
And then she's sitting there in her chair just hungy over, and just all the kids are watching Planet Earth, but she doesn't realize that her phone's still connected to the smart board, and they see her swiping right on Tinder. He looks fine. He looks okay. Where'd he go to college? Okay, swipe.
This sounds very specific.
And the kids are just seeing it, and it's just in the background you just hear it's like, polar bears are the apex predator of the South Pole. Scholars say that if you see one, it's already too late. And she's just bring, bring. Oh, what's up, Barry? Bring, bring. Oh, George, what? Your hairline's a little rough, but we'll give you a go. You look like you make decent money. Accountant? Okay, bring, bring.
And she still is wearing that microphone around her neck that the teacher's wearing. Just all her under the breath comments.
And you see all her conversations.
Oh, this is awful. But honestly.
Do you like Italian food?
Honestly.
What?
This has happened.
Oh, a teacher's Tinder swiping's gotten up on Planet Earth on the smart board at some point. Everybody shut up. Everybody shut up.
Listen, our teachers have been through it. I do not fault them.
The male penguin sits on the egg until it hatches.
This is very specific.
When a male penguin wants to court a female penguin, he purchases her a little stone and sets it at her feet. And then you just hear her just being like, "Where's my penguin?" Fling, fling.
Guys, listen, you got to be careful with the streaming.
Miss Becky,
with the streaming devices, the casting.
You can't cast your Tinder in front of your 4th grade class.
You can't do it, guys.
Don't do it.
Do it. Holy smokes. Well, how did we get to that? But anyway, a lot of illness has been going around. I didn't even get to go on my Valentine's date.
Oh, well, I'm sorry that affected you in these negative ways.
Did you go on your Valentine's date?
I had a pork shoulder going.
I said I would follow up. Poor Lindsay.
Well, here's the thing.
She's been ill.
Here's the thing. She's got a license to ill. I had a pork shoulder.
Lindsay, I'm so
sorry.
No,
quiet down, you. I had a pork shoulder going.
So romantic.
And that was 2 days in advance. So I provided a pork for 2 days.
Okay.
2 days worth of pork.
Okay.
And then on Valentine's, I went and took the child to his coding class.
Oh, wow.
Hold the phone.
Okay.
Let me backtrack. I upheld my parental responsibilities.
Good for you.
You know, and a medal is deserved, but we'll get to that later.
Sure.
And then on my way back, I picked up steak and made a steak and salad combo.
Okay, now we're talking.
But it was at the house.
You should still take her on a date.
Listen, can't nobody out make a pork shoulder like daddy. Okay? So how about you pump the brakes?
And acknowledge.
Everybody shut up. Planet Earth's on.
Okay. Well, yeah, our Valentine's date got a little bit delayed. I did get some beautiful flowers.
That's great.
Did receive some beautiful flowers. Jeff always gets me flowers and Hope flowers, which is darling. I got all of the children a little Valentine, a card and a little treat.
Sure.
And Jeff and I both signed the cards. And Jeff was so exhausted that he realized after signing all the cards.
Did he sign one of his CIA aliases that he didn't? No. He accidentally signed the wrong name.
No, but that'd be amazing. Signed them all and sealed them only to realize that he had signed them all Jeff.
It's his name. It's actually really funny.
It's funny. So what he did was he unsealed it all and then put Jeff/dad.
Jeff's dad.
Jeff's dad.
He
was
should.
so tired.
He should have just rode with it and been like, "You're at the age where you can start calling me by my Christian name."
That's who I am.
Oh,
guys.
you claim you're only getting more powerful? Who's this dad? Grow up.
Love Mom and Jeff.
Off to the coal mines with you, Asher. Jeff. Heart Jeff.
That reminds me of The Office. Didn't Michael's mom have a boyfriend named Jeff?
That sounds right. Yeah.
Love Mom and Jeff.
And Jeff. Oh my gosh.
Do you remember Valentine's parties at school? Now they're called
friendship parties. Which, come on.
We
know what this is.
We know what this is.
Don't. It's like
there's hearts everywhere.
It's like I know I'm staying on the 13th floor of this hotel. Don't tell me. Don't skip one and tell me I'm on 14.
Because of bad luck.
Don't call it a friendship party because some of us eat too many Crunch bars and just sit in the corner. I'm over here having a sugar crash, eating the Rice Krispies.
Do you remember? Did Ben have to make a box?
I don't know if he had to, but he sure made one.
He made one. What was it?
It was are you ready?
I'm ready.
It was a Whooper and a Diglett.
What's that?
Yeah, exactly. They're Pokemons.
A Diglett?
Diglett.
Okay.
I don't know. A Whooper and a Diglett. And Ben loves Whooper.
Okay.
To the point that he has started a gang at school called the Whoop Troop. Your reaction is what got me. I was trying to keep it cool, but he's the founder of the Whoop Troop. And boy, you talk about doing some dirt on the playground. Oh, dude, tuck your chain in. Here comes the Whoop Troop.
What do they do?
Sewer Dwayne's afraid of the Whoop Troop.
What is a Whoop Troop? What do they do?
Just whoop, whoop. Listen, here's the thing about what I do too. It's so great, and Ben will tell you when you ask about it. He's kind of secretive about it. Oh. So I frankly don't know
what they do.
So unless I figure out who keeps the minutes for the Whoop Troop, who the recording secretary is for the Whoop Troop, I'll never know. Like I could be one of those honorary members who gets inducted because I make a donation. I buy them all like a Nintendo eShop gift card, and I get to be a member.
I need you to follow up.
And dude,
this week your assignment is to find out what they do.
One time
and report back,
dude. And the funny thing is, I'm probably airing some stuff out that doesn't need to be out there.
Don't let him listen.
They're going to be recognized by the federal government as a gang. Do you remember? You might not. We're going to double back to the Whoop Troop in a second. Which, by the way, one day I called them the Whoop Boys.
Oh, no.
Or the Whooper Boys. And Ben so seriously just goes, "It's the Whoop Troop." And I was like, I am such a lame.
So sorry.
It's the Whoop Troop, noob. Do you remember when there was a couple years ago
thing.
When the Insane Clown Posse, who, as you know, I have an absolute obsession with.
Yes, always have.
Which coincidentally, you know what the call of the Juggalos is? If you're trying to talk to one Juggalo across the Circle K.
What is it?
Whoop whoop.
Is it really?
It legitimately is. Oh no.
Ben's on his way.
Is the Whoop Troop like a feeder?
It is.
Is it like the little underground gang that smokes the menthol cigarettes and skateboards and plays arcade games, and then suddenly, boom, you're in the Foot Clan? You know the head thug in that movie was played by Sam Rockwell, Oscar winner Sam Rockwell.
Look at him.
Anyway, so we're covering some ground here.
We're really
So
doing
Insane Clown Posse, the federal government tried to recognize them as a gang a few years ago.
Okay.
Because of their illegal activities, this, that, the other. And they were
This and that.
They were so mad that they rallied all of their fans, juggalos, to go protest at the Capitol. Not storm it, but protest at the Capitol.
Yeah.
And they were only able to wrangle like a couple hundred people. And I think the federal government was just like, oh, a real gang could have gotten more people than that, and just downgraded them. So it worked.
You guys aren't threatening.
So either they're geniuses or
Sponsors Insane Clown
dude,
Posse.
please, if they could somehow give us would you do this? If Shaggy Two Dope and Violent J,
I don't know.
those are the two members of the Insane Clown Posse.
Okay.
If they were able to pay us to come do like a weekend at the gathering of the Juggalos, like man on the street style, interviewing Juggalos and Juggalettes.
Yeah.
Would you go do that?
100%.
All right, guys, call to action. Like there's never been one before. Anyone with connections to Shaggy Two Dope, Violent J, or the entire Twisted's the other group. What are they called? Something family. Anyway, if you've got a connection, hook us up because
I would go. I would love that. It would be fascinating.
I could live 1,000 years and I will never do anything more fun than watching you interview Juggalos and Juggalettes at the Dark Carnival of Souls.
I mean, let's see.
Okay.
I would do it.
This is my favorite thing that's ever happened.
I would 100% do it.
Okay.
I would go and I would pass out Faygo Moon Mist.
Sandbagger. Don't act like you don't know Juggalo culture if you know Faygo Moon Mist.
I do know that.
Golly.
I would go with you. And I'm not joshing. I would do it.
Okay. Well, we're doing it.
So, do you remember though Valentine parties? Okay, so you make a box. Hope made a box as well. Hers was not a character. It was more of it was a beautiful, there were flowers on it, hearts, all these things. But I don't remember making a box, but I do remember decorating a paper bag in class.
Sure.
And then the anticipation and the hope that I would have as I dumped them all out on my desk, hoping for a special message from a special someone.
One in particular or just in general?
No.
Just a catch-all?
Just always, there was always one in particular. Always crushing disappointment.
Well.
Because then it would be, like a Transformers card with a high fructose corn syrup lollipop.
I think you're Optimus Prime.
That was it. And it would just say like from Billy or like just the name. No personal note. Although one Valentine's I did receive something special.
Yeah, but you don't put a if you're trying to woo a babe, if you're trying to pitch woo at the friendship party, you don't put it in her Valentine's bag. That's a personal gift. You give it to her at her locker.
Well, and that did happen.
Or
you
give it to
year.
her. You give bragger. Or you give it to her in a folded up note that you folded 1,000 different ways that you need a cryptex to open
with a little pull tab.
Right. Right.
Well, this was elementary. This was pre pull tab. That was more middle school, junior high territory.
That was before that technology existed.
Way before that technology existed.
Just the ancient art of origami existed.
That's exactly it. It was far too far back in history for that. But this particular year, I believe as I was in 4th grade, and there was a special fella named Matt.
Oh.
And he gave me a special Valentine. I'll tell you what it was.
Is this the one that got the taco sauce in his eye at your birthday party?
No.
The birthday party you had at a Taco Bell?
Yeah, I did. Taco Bueno.
Guys, that's better.
Yeah, let me finish the story. He gave me a solid chocolate record.
Oh.
It was a record.
Record.
Made of chocolate.
Sure.
And it was in a box. And for some reason that struck me as like the most special gift. Didn't give one to anyone else, just me. Nothing happened as a result of that. I don't think I talked to him ever again.
Well.
But I was very flattered.
Well, yeah. I mean, listen.
And I think it said something like, "You're a hit, Valentine."
Sure.
Something like that.
But
it was special. It was above and beyond.
Was it?
And it was not in the paper bag. And it was...
Wouldn't fit.
It was big.
Was it like a 12-inch record or like a 45, like a single or
was a
like an LP?
45.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Okay. Well,
Tried to play it. Didn't work.
tried to play it, didn't play, cried, ate it in the corner. Ruined my record player. Ruined mom and dad's phonograph needle. Sat in the corner, turned on Hey Dude full blast, and cried and ate an entire chocolate disc in the corner.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
I think you're pretty groovy.
Just chocolate all down my face.
Someday someone will have a pork shoulder going.
A special someone. Okay. Yesterday, big day for Harrison.
Yeah.
Braces off.
Braces off. It's a big day.
Nearly a 2-year brace journey.
Has he had a hard time adjusting yet? It feels so different.
So slimy.
So slimy and so like you're just used to it being there.
Yes. He gets his retainers today.
It's like you got phantom teeth limbs now.
Yeah. And he got them off and then he went and brushed his teeth because that adhesive. Can you taste it right now?
It's
horrific.
Bitter.
Ugh.
Yeah. Mealy, tangy.
It's
yeah.
bad.
Yeah.
And he went and brushed his teeth and he was looking in the mirror I could see and he came back and he goes, "My teeth are huge. They're huge." And they've
been hiding.
Well, yeah. And the tech was like, "Yeah, everyone thinks they have horse teeth when they get them off. Everyone thinks they have horse teeth." And I thought, well, that.
Remember when Hillary Duff got those veneers? We've talked about that before.
Anyway, big day.
Really swung for the fences on those veneers, Hillary Duff.
Big day. I've been learning a lot about New Jersey.
Okay.
Because
Go ahead.
Because the 4th grade project, you draw a state.
Oh,
And Hope has drawn New Jersey.
cool.
And it cracks me up because now she thinks New Jersey is the most magical place.
Did you tell her it's not? Did you burst that bubble?
She wants to go so badly. These are the facts about New Jersey that she will spit at you.
She just got back from a whirlwind Christmas celebration in the Big Apple.
Yeah.
She wants to go to its smelly cousin. She wants to go to
Look across the river.
She
There
wants
it is.
she wants to go to Sewer Dwayne. Relative to New York City.
Hey, for any of our listeners in New Jersey, it's the Garden State.
Move or stop listening to us.
Stop it. No, actually, and I've been learning a lot about it. It's really a beautiful state. It gets a bad rap for being New York City's neighbor. But there's there's mountains,
Okay.
beautiful natural formations.
Sure.
Here's what else. Saltwater taffy originated there.
Okay.
In Atlantic City.
Sure.
Judy-
Harrison can have that now.
He can.
Braces off.
Judy Blume is from there.
Okay. Super fudge.
Yeah, famous author. Sub Sandwiches.
Super fudge.
It is the state that has the most diners.
Okay.
It has a spoon.
Drive-ins.
It has a spoon
Dives?
exhibit. No, just diners. It has a spoon exhibit, and there's a spoon from almost
Next.
every state in the
Next. Next.
Anyway, these are the facts.
It's all been downhill since saltwater taffy.
Crindy loves saltwater taffy.
So does Ben.
It's okay.
It's just like chewing on a stretchy. It's like chewing on a melted
Plastic.
Super Bowl
Yeah. Yeah.
that tastes like saltwater
It's good if it's
taffy.
freshly pulled. Like if it's soft.
Yeah. Like
But
when you watch the guy in the suspenders and the bow tie and the
Put
newsy
it on the
cat
hook and
doing it.
Anyway, Hope cannot wait. To her, it's the most magical place in the world.
She's wrong. Here's the thing about Hope.
She can find joy in anything.
And you know what? I respect that to a degree, but like come on, it's New Jersey, Hope.
Apologies to New Jersey. Sponsor us.
What I love is my frame of reference for New Jersey is so limited, and I'm over here just really dragging New Jersey.
You
like I have
are.
it. Like I really have an opinion. I
Right.
don't.
And guess what? We're from Oklahoma. And most people's opinion of Oklahoma isn't great.
Shut up, New Jersey. Oklahoma rules. People are.
New Jersey Oklahoma's Texas's little brother.
There's a couple of siblings in New Jersey doing a podcast right now, and someone brought up Oklahoma, and they're just.
Totally.
Forget
It's
it.
the
What
Sooner
what
State.
you been talking about, Oklahoma?
Rattlesnakes,
And just,
tornadoes.
Get out of here, would you, Oklahoma? And then the sister's just more mouthful of saltwater taffy sitting over there.
Eating a sub sandwich.
Oh, hey, chew your food, Janice. I'm trying to do a podcast. So you over there with your gabagool. Ma!
Sorry, New Jersey.
Ma! Janice won't stop with the salt. Janice. I swear if I have to do this again with you.
Oh, Ricky. Your name's Ricky.
Yeah.
Okay. Last night at dinner, Jeff told us.
Ma!
I knew that was coming. And I jumped. And I knew it was coming. Okay. This leads me.
They said a little girl's doing a book report.
On the Garden State.
On New Jersey. We're really like bridging into Boston territory.
Garden State. Okay. You finished.
Wait. And find out. Okay, no, I'm done.
Okay.
I'm done.
Last night at dinner, Jeff told a funny story.
God, worst segue. How funny was it?
Okay. It's funny, but also horrific. So,
this is my style.
just the combo we love. So, he was just in Australia for 2 weeks.
Yeah,
A tour of the nation.
sure.
And they have operations in the Outback.
Yeah.
I don't know where in the Outback, just the Outback. So in one of these locations, he hears from a colleague yesterday. This man is sitting at his desk, working away.
Sure.
And all of a sudden, something falls on him from the ceiling.
Is it a snake?
Brandon,
Is it?
you're ruining everything.
Is it a snake?
It's a snake. He thought someone had shot him with a giant rubber band, which begs the question, what kind of office are you working in,
God
sir?
did. God shot him with a giant rubber band.
God doesn't do that. It was a snake. It was a highly venomous baby snake. Now, apparently, this is par for the course in Australia.
Sure. Australia will try to kill you.
Listen, they have all the dangerous
All
animals
of them.
in Australia.
Yeah.
All of them.
All of
You
them.
know who doesn't have any? England. Do they have any dangerous animals?
Probably not. I mean, I'm sure in like
Bears.
the maybe like in the more remote areas, but I can't imagine.
I don't know.
You never see a
Great white shark.
just
They're in Australia.
just buzzing around Piccadilly Circus.
Yeah.
Here comes
The Thames.
Here comes a yeah.
Swimming up the Thames.
Here comes a hyena.
Right?
They're just on the London Eye,
Yeah.
just scouting it out.
Just laughing. Okay. So apparently this is par for the course because there is a procedure in this office when this happens. You are not to leave the area. You are to remain with the snake.
Tangle
Keep
with it.
eyes on the snake until the resident snake catcher arrives.
Does everyone have a snake wrangler
Yes, every office
on site, or do they cover
On site.
multiple offices?
on site
What
is
a
my
job.
understanding.
What a job!
Right? And it's just someone who works there who has been trained,
So it's Dwight Schrute
In
in
snake-
every
Right,
office. It's
totally.
every office is Dwight Schrute.
right?
Yeah,
And, like he did with the bat
yeah.
falling from the ceiling.
And these weirdos, they catch the snake and then they're meant to go dispose of them somewhere, but they really just take them home to their terrarium
Yeah.
and they just sit there
Just
Listen.
feeding it rats.
listening to The Cure and
The Cure. Totally.
and just hanging out surrounded by
Totally.
reptilian creatures.
My nightmare. Because the snakes are some of my biggest fears.
No, guys, listen. Any of you reptilophiles out there or reptile aficionados, I apologize in advance, but I gotta tell you, from my perspective, snakes got nothing for me. It's not cuddly.
No.
It's not sweet.
They can't be trusted.
They're cold-blooded.
Yeah. Dead eyes.
Dead eyes.
Can't be trusted. That's the thing.
Sticking their tongue out at you.
And I know there are people who form connections with snakes. I am terrified of them, and I've tried to trace this back. Like, where did this
Did
fear
you
of
have
snakes begin?
Did you have a bad experience with a snake kind of thing?
I do remember in our backyard growing up, I was running barefoot through the grass,
Sure.
and I stepped on a dead snake. It was just
dead.
like a garter snake, whatever.
Yeah.
And but I remember it was bloody, like some kind of an animal had gotten a hold of it, and I stepped on it with both feet, and I can still remember that.
Maybe it was
feeling.
alive and you stepped on it with your sharp heels.
Probably. It's not funny talking about killing a defenseless animal, but guys, I can still remember the
was
feeling
him
of
or
that
you.
snake under my feet. And I think that's where it originated for me. I've never liked them. Some like Jeff grew up with snakes.
Jeff will pick a snake up.
He'll pick it up. We've talked about this before. We'll be on a hike.
He's
and
like
there will
Steve
be
Irwin.
a copperhead, and he will chase after it.
Yeah, he's not scared.
He's not scared. He grew up with snakes in his home. They would get loose. How his mother, Deb, dealt with this, I don't know.
She said, "Hey, back in your cage."
She was the resident snake wrangler. Get out of here.
She just did it without no physical contact. She just said it. The snakes listened.
And they listened. But do you know what Jeff cannot tolerate? Spiders. And spiders don't bother me.
I don't care for spiders either.
I don't care for them, but they don't bother me.
If it's a choice, you're going to choose a spider over a snake all day.
Every day. Every day. Maybe I should have a healthier respect for spiders.
I feel like it depends on the terrain when I'm going to be tangling with them.
Okay.
If there's like smaller areas and crevasses for it to, like if there's a spider that can like get in and like lie in wait for me, I don't like that.
Like a jumping spider?
Maybe, but if I can see a spider in open space,
okay,
I'm coming for you. I got a rolled up magazine with your name on it, fella. I got a Sears catalog. I got the quarterlies.
Yeah.
It's the heavy one.
Look out.
Look out, because the bra section's coming straight for your face. And oh, what's that? Oh, you want me to roll up the Eddie Bauer? Smackaroo.
LL Bean.
But a snake's not.
You've been beaned.
A snake's not gonna be scared of getting beaned.
No. Snakes can't be trusted.
They can't be trusted.
And in quarantine, we discussed this. Do you remember during quarantine? And that's
vaguely.
Vaguely. It's all a blur. When the animals started reclaiming the earth.
Yeah, the earth was healing.
It was healing. And
it's just a lion at the CVS. What?
Yeah. Excuse me, sir. But rat snakes in our neighborhood, massive. There was a 4-foot rat snake in my backyard, and I kept seeing him for days. He wriggled across the top of the fence. And my friend Jenny, hi Jenny, sometime listener of the pod.
Just rat snakes on parade.
Right? She has a glass front door, and she had a wreath on it. She went to open her door, and the rat snake was in her wreath, like all curled up, and she could see it through the thing. 4-foot rat snake. Can't be trusted, guys. Can't be trusted. Okay, I want to move on quickly. I don't want to forget this today. I've been reviewing natural stress and anxiety products.
Sure. Oh, this is great because this is more of this.
And guys, here's a disclaimer.
Go ahead.
This is more of this. Here's a disclaimer, guys. Again, I want to make it clear that
You're not a doctor. We got it. I'm not a
doctor.
You're a pastor.
We have to say this though, because none of these
have we ascended to that level of responsibility? Do you think someone's tuning in and going, "These people are doctors"?
I don't know. They could.
I don't know. Their opinions on snakes seem pretty spot on. Must be a doctor. He knew that they're cold-blooded.
You really can't trust them.
He knew that a polar bear is an apex predator. Hold on, everybody, shut up. They're going to talk about stress and anxiety reduction now.
Okay, listen. I just want to make
Dr.
it clear.
Mammogram PhD over here told us we should get our
screenings. Don't neglect your screenings, guys.
Don't do it, guys, but I'm not a doctor.
I'm not a doctor. But listen, I just want to make this clear because these things have not been evaluated by the Food and Drug Administration.
Sure.
I want everyone to know this. But I have been exploring some of these things over the last year, and I thought it might be helpful for people. And I've, over the last several weeks, been doing this. This week, I want to talk about a company called Apothecary. Yeah. Have you seen them? Apothecary with a K.
No.
Okay. They make tinctures.
It's just some lady named Carrie who has an Etsy shop, and it's called Apothecary.
Carrie, get it? No.
And she's just taking colloidal silver and putting it in bottles.
No. But they make herbal tinctures and powders.
Go ahead.
That can be mixed into other liquids. What?
They pair really nicely with the Taylor Swift Witch album.
No. But they can be mixed in with other liquids to make mocktails that can take the place of alcoholic beverages.
Sure.
And this is all the rage right now. You see it all over the interwebs. Companies making mixers for mocktails that can have a similar effect of drinking an alcoholic beverage. Sure. Have you seen this?
Yeah, sort of.
You will now.
Tinctures.
Your algorithm's picking it up.
Tincture Bell.
Mm-hmm. So there are 2 that I've tried. The first one is called Stop Your Whining.
Oh, I've seen it advertised.
Okay.
It's like a fake wine.
Yeah, well, it can take the place of a wine. This one is a powder, but they also have one called Wine Down that is a tincture that can take the place of a red wine. And they contain acai berries, aronia berries, motherwort, jujube date.
Yeah.
And I like to mix it in with a little bit of tart cherry juice and some water. You can use sparkling or regular.
And then I chase it with a Coors Light.
No, but listen, it can be an evening ritual.
Sure.
And I have found that it does help with sleep.
Yeah.
And it really does kind of give this feeling of relaxation. It's kind of nice. A nice alternative to an evening alcoholic bevy.
Sure.
Especially if you enjoy wine. And I do. So the other one is a white wine alternative called Take the Edge Off. And it is a tincture. So it's a dropper.
These names suck.
They're great.
Take the edge off.
Yeah, sponsors Apothecary.
I'll test it.
Sponsor
I'll give you an honest opinion.
Apothecary.
I'll give you an honest opinion, Carrie.
The Take the Edge Off has it has linden, skullcap, oat straw, mulberries, lemon peel, and white nectarine. And it's lovely. It's a nice, it doesn't taste like wine, I wouldn't say. But if you mix it up in a wine glass, it's lovely. And they just kind of provide just stress relief, tension relief. And they do help you kind of wind down. I've enjoyed them a lot.
That's what I use my evening tea for.
Well, and I do that too. I review the lavender and honey.
Because it's the ritual.
It's the ritual.
To sit down, have a sip. I like to. I always like to have a beverage, whether it's a Waterloo, a water, a tea in the evenings. There's like my little evening ritual.
Same. And sometimes, if you indulge in a glass of wine before bed, it disrupts your sleep, makes you feel bad the next day. So this is a nice alternative, and I've really enjoyed them.
Guys, speaking of being a doctor,
yeah,
let's talk about face fillers.
Oh, no.
Yeah, you thought you were going to get this one past me, didn't you? We don't have to do a whole segment on it, but here's musings from a superior intellect corner.
Okay.
So,
guys, apologies. This is not on the agenda, and I don't know what direction
I just need to touch on it because I had a revelation about Hollyweird.
Okay.
New York City, Hollywood, all of it.
Okay.
Dear friend Heather and I were talking about face fillers.
Okay.
And she said,
because she has experience in the world of Hollyweird.
She does. She's our Hollywood reporter. She's our liaison, so to speak.
She is.
And she told me that what happens with fillers is she's like, people get them and eventually they wear off.
Yeah,
and I was like,
you have to get them every so often.
Right.
You got to re-up.
Because it's not like a thing. It's not like a face implant that you shove in there.
Right.
It's a thing that like dissipates and then slowly goes into your system.
Your body dissolves it or whatever.
Right. And so you have to get it re-upped.
Okay.
And so then I was like, well, where does it go?
Okay, Brandon.
And she was like, well, it has to go into your system.
Okay.
And then she said, you probably poop it out.
Okay.
To which I said, you poop out your face? And she said, what?
Guys.
So the sewers of Hollywood are littered with celebrities' faces that have been pooped out. The sewer rats are feasting on Kylie Jenner's poop face.
Guys, oh my gosh, Brandon.
Think about it.
No, I don't want to.
The minute they wear out, you sit down on your gold Japanese bidet toilet.
Guys.
And you BM your pretty little Hollyweird face right to the rats.
Okay.
Think about it.
No.
Okay. Well, I thought that this was a very interesting revelation because it does. It breaks down and metabolizes in your system. It's not going to go somewhere. Mm-hmm. You're going to make...
Don't they migrate, though? And that's why...
Straight to your butt.
No, because people, Crindy will tell you, because she watches Botched and all of these corrective surgery shows, that
and I watch The Rats of Hollywood, and I see what they feast on. And it's just like, but when it happens, the faces don't break down. So you're looking and you're like, is that Meg Ryan? Is that Melanie Griffith floating by?
Guys,
who is that?
I'm so sorry.
Is that Susanna Hoffs from the Bangles?
Okay. But really, I do think they migrate. And if you go and you get bad filler or it's placed in the wrong place, you have to go in and they put a dissolver in. Yeah. And they have to dissolve it and start from scratch.
And it turns your face into diarrhea face.
Guys,
could some medical consultant call in and talk about this? Because I'm positive I'm right.
Brandon's curious, but he's not a doctor. Welcome to Youth Slang Corner.
Oh, You're pulling the ripcord on the...
Pulling the ripcord on it. I would like to have pulled the ripcord before that discussion.
We have a policy. You have one an episode. You get to pull the... That's the one.
Done it. Okay, 2 new youth slang words that I want the people to know about. Number 1 is maxing. I learned about both of these words in the car. As a parent, the best place to learn about news from the world of youths is as a driver.
Yeah.
Because you're going to overhear things.
Yeah, it's the best podcast.
It's the best podcast you could ever hope for. Or worst.
Either.
Depending on who's in your car.
It just really depends.
Okay. So maxing.
Okay, what does it mean?
So like you would say, I'm really maxing in this outfit.
Like okay, so it's like...
But I asked for clarification.
Maxing is the new goated.
Yeah. I asked for clarification. It's short for maximizing.
Yeah, and it's so stupid. Just like Riz is short for charisma.
It's so much shorter than maximizing. So maxing. And it's not maxin. Maxing with a hard G.
Well, at least there's that.
Okay. The next one is mewing. There is a gentleman, a British orthodontist named John.
So he's unemployed.
Mew.
The British guy who works on teeth.
Brandon.
Anyway.
That got me good.
I need a job, innit? I can't afford my beans anymore.
Sponsor us.
Sponsor us, British teeth. Oh, wait a minute.
Apologies to our British listeners.
We don't have those either. God, I'm coming for you, New Jersey. I'm coming for you, UK.
Are coming for prepubescent children. Okay, John Mew is a British orthodontist, and he has this system of oral posture training.
Okay.
That is supposed to improve your jawline.
Sure.
And so people on the TikTok are talking about this. And when you pose for pictures, you are supposed to put your tongue to the roof of your mouth.
Yeah, that's old news.
To snatch.
Yeah, that's old news.
The jaw.
Are you saying snatch is a new term?
No.
To snatch your jaw?
Mewing.
Is that called? Oh, yeah. The tongue
Mewing.
to the roof of the mouth to snatch your jaw is not. That's old. That's an old model trick that the boys and I used to do.
Is it?
Back when we were doing catalog work.
Is it?
Yeah.
In the Sears.
Back when we were standing in front of the giant Crayola. in our pleated shorts and our polos tucked in.
At the Sears.
With our mid-calf socks.
Our scrunch socks.
Okay, lean up against that comically large book and hold that purple Crayola over your braided belt.
Be sure to mew.
Be sure to mew your... Come on, dude. Come on, 6th grade Brandon. No amount of mewing is going to help you, pal.
Your jawline is hopeless.
Someone get this walrus out from in front of the fuchsia Crayola.
Stop it. That might be the title. Okay. Wow. Okay. How is your algorithm?
Oh my gosh. Man, there's a guy on Heelys who shows up a lot now.
I get him.
I cannot think of this guy's name.
He's so serious.
I'm so serious. I'm never prepared. I've been getting a lot of Creed memes. Oh. People just talking about Creed.
This morning in the car, Harrison was humming Creed. And I said, excuse me, what is this?
They're on the comeback trail.
Why?
Listen.
Sponsors Creed.
I would love to be sponsored by Creed. It's wildly inappropriate, but it's been making me laugh. It's a guy who roasts kids. He finds pictures of kids and roasts them.
That's awful.
It's awful till you watch it. It's pretty funny.
No, I'm not doing it.
I've got other stuff, but I'm terrible about tracking what's in my algorithm. What about you?
So there's one, I think I've sent them to you, Cooking with Kian or Kian. How would you, Kian? And this kid, I would say he's probably 12, 13. unbelievable
I know
cook.
who he is. He's shown up in my algorithm.
Yeah.
He's very good.
Cooks everything from scratch. Knife skills.
He does have good knife skills. I've seen
Incredible.
it. And you know how I am about knife skills.
Yeah, I know.
I'll let you know.
You're Mr. Knife Guy.
That's what I am. That's
Not
what I
Mr.
am.
Knife Guy. Okay, another thing that's been showing up is candy salads. This is a trend.
No,
Candy salads.
I won't do it.
You're just putting all kinds of candy in a bowl. Family movie night. Pour like 97 candy. Who does that?
It's just candy.
Who does it?
People, bored people.
I'm not here for it. Also, guys, I'm just gonna. Can I say something? And this is going to take us to Serious Town for just a
My
minute.
gosh.
Which is your favorite?
Ma! Ma!
No, I mean it. And
She's
I'm just
getting
going to say
serious again.
I'm just going to say this because this has been affecting me this week in ways that it always does, but this week even more strongly than usual.
Okay.
I have had a really hard time with social media this week. And I know it depends what you're looking
Did
at.
you lose your passport or something? Hard time?
No. I know it depends what you're looking at, how you've curated your feed and all these things. I made the mistake this week of stumbling into some posts and comments that I shouldn't have gone into because I know how they affect me, right? Anything that's going to have a political bent.
Can't do it.
Anything that's going to have any kind of a controversial element.
Can't do it.
But guys, here's what I want to say. When we respond to human suffering of any kind, and our first response on social media or in real life, when our first response is to defend a political position that we have lost our humanity.
Defensiveness and attack mentality is where people go first rather than defaulting to like empathy.
Yes.
Which to
What
me,
is this?
Which again, I'm not above it because sometimes we all get defensive. We all do the
Sure.
thing. But I feel like it's.
But don't type it in a comment.
Well, I don't do that
for the internet.
But it feels so simple. But we don't do it. It feels like the first thing should be empathy because that would diffuse a lot, I would think.
You see a suffering child. You hear about a mass shooting. If your first response to that is not to say, "Oh my gosh,
Yeah.
how
Regardless
horrific."
of what your political stance is. Yeah.
If your first response is to jump in defending your own political positions,
Yeah.
you have lost your humanity.
It feels
and I cannot.
It feels very icky.
We are lost.
It feels very icky.
Yeah. And the echo chambers make us think that more people do that than actually do.
For sure. Oh, for sure.
And that's horrific as well.
The irony.
And we need to keep tabs on that.
The irony that my algorithm just was mentioned that a guy roasts kids is not lost on me. But it's funny. And it's not political.
And it's fine. I'm not defensive.
One of the things he said about a kid, and you picture the kid, was, this kid looks like he lies to his friends about owning a hoverboard.
Okay, that is funny.
It's pretty good, right?
That's pretty funny.
These two kids look like they own the largest tire distributor in the upper Milwaukee area.
Okay. See, it would be funnier if you didn't have pictures of actual human children. Just what he says about them. That's funny enough. Okay, what you watching, reading, or listening to?
Apparently Amazon Prime has gotten really into making 80s themed horror movies that are funny.
Okay.
Or trying to be funny.
Okay.
Watched one the other day called Totally Killer. It's a killer movie. Think if Scream and Hot Tub Time Machine had a cinematic baby.
Weird. Okay.
I enjoyed myself.
Okay.
It was not good, but I enjoyed myself. There's a big scene in a Gravitron.
Okay.
Remember the Gravitron?
Oh, yes.
Yeah. So that
When the traveling carnival
watch
would come
that,
to
and
town?
then it decided to feed us a movie called My Best Friend's Exorcism, which was basically the exact same movie but based around an exorcism. Watched that whole thing, and then got a wild hair to watch. Downloaded a bunch of David Blaine stuff last night and watched it with Ben. Watched David Blaine do magic.
Oh, what did Ben think of that?
He liked it. He had a good time.
Whoop.
Whoop, whoop, troop. But did that, and I'm trying to think what else watching.
Weird stuff you've been watching.
Season 5 of Tournament of Champions on Food Network is back on.
Okay.
Love that.
Okay.
Listening to, been going through the album list. Weiser has started another list with me.
Okay.
I listened to an album by a band called The Jam that I'd never listened to the other day. It was really good. Today I listened to Otis Redding, his first album, and then James Brown live at the Apollo in 1962.
Ooh.
It was so
Electric.
good. I was driving down the street with my windows down because the temperature is wonderful.
Yeah.
Listening to James Brown and a youth, probably 22, and his gal sitting in the passenger seat. He yelled, "Hey, who's this artist?" And I said, "It's James Brown." And he goes, "What album?" And I told him, and he wrote it down, and then was like, "Thank you," and then left. I was like, out here doing all the good.
Yeah.
Spreading the gospel of James Brown.
To youths.
To youths.
No less.
And he probably is going to look at me like, it's from the 60s.
Ew.
Anyway, what about you?
That's awesome. Okay, speaking of horrible, scary things on the streaming services, Lover, Stalker, Killer, I think is the order of that on Netflix.
Okay.
It's a reenactment movie, but it's true crime and it's well done. You know, a lot of times when they have reenactors...
Reenactment can get real gross.
I can't do it.
It can get
this
very
one was
a
actually
current
really
affair.
good. Really good because it's a mix of actual and which I know most of them are. But anyway, what a messed up story that is. Holy smokes.
Well, based on the title, it sounds very uplifting and whimsical.
Woo! Okay, we watched The Mask. Introduce the kids to The Mask the
with
other
Rocky
night.
Dennis and Cher?
No, with Jim
That's
Carrey.
Mask, I know.
Oh, anyway, Jim Carrey is a phenomenal dancer. And have we taken full advantage of this is my question.
Probably.
I was watching him dance to that one, the Cuban Pete, and I thought, we have not maximized. He's maxing. We haven't maximized.
He needs to be chick, chicky, boom, and way more often.
Way more often. Okay, I'm listening to a new true crime podcast. It's called Hello, John Doe. What?
I just love everything is true crime and The Mask.
It's my interest. I know. Well, as if your list isn't bizarre.
Okay, somebody stop me.
Okay, a good one.
Thanks.
Smoking. Anyway, it's called Hello, John Doe. It's coming out week to week. There are 3 out now. It is fantastic. I've also been listening to a new album, hasn't been mastered yet, by a local artist named Brandon Birdwell.
Yeah.
It's fantastic.
Is it? It feels pretty. I'm pretty excited.
It's so good, Brandon. It is so rich, and it feels like a culmination of
thanks.
all that you have done as a musical artist.
I'm pretty excited about
really
it. And I've got
enjoying
some announcements about it that I can't make yet, but I will make soon, that I'm pretty excited about, like releases and some stuff that maybe will be cool. I'll tell you off the air, and then I'll say it later.
Okay.
But anyway, yeah.
Cool. We've got our last opportunity for our t-shirts this week. Be watching social media. Guys, we value your ratings and reviews. We're so grateful for all of them. Please leave those if you haven't yet. What is your warm heart?
You just saying that about the record.
No way.
Yeah, I didn't have one really, but that was it. That was very sweet of you to say. I appreciate that very much,
Well,
truly.
it's true. I mean it.
Well, I appreciate it. Go ahead. What's yours?
Well, mine is Jeff. He's very powerful. And
only getting more powerful.
He's very present. And he's a great co-parent with me and a great partner in life. I'm grateful for him.
That's awesome. Yours is Jeff, and mine was that I got complimented. Hey, guys, thanks for listening to Cold
It's
Hands,
always a
Warm
competition.
Hearts. Whoop Troop Edition.
Whoop, whoop.
Whoop, whoop.
Bye.
Bye.